Before I was a paramedic, I worked as a firefighter for the California Department of Forestry. And I remember the fire season of 1981, and arson was lighting fires all over Southern California, and I was stationed in the Hemet and San Jacinto Valley, and he was lighting fires around that valley also. I remember the day, it was in the fall because the Santa Ana winds were blowing. It was towards the end of fire season. And he just lit a bunch of fires in an area we called the Badlands. I remember being in the station and actually getting dispatched to the call. The dispatcher came over the intercom and said, station 25, 26, 27, fire. And then she said, engine 6171, engine 6163, squad 25, engine 27, engine 27A, engine 26, engine 26B, battalion 6115, respond to the vegetation fire, Highway 79 and Gilman Springs Road. And I remember just kind of running out of the station and looking over at that area, and there was already this huge cloud of smoke. And as a young firefighter, we were just like, yeah, we were excited. We run to the fire engine, we start responding to that fire, we get closer and closer, we know it's gonna be huge. And as we pull upon scene, my captain reached over to the mic, and normally you would get on the fire and he might say something like, Paris was the town of our dispatch headquarters, and he might pick up the radio and say, Paris, engine 6171 on scene, we have a vegetation fire of 40 to 50 acres, start a second alarm, which if you know anything about the fire service, that just means send the next 2 or 3 available closest engines to help us out. But you guys, that's not what he said this day, because this fire was massive. And I remember we get on scene and my captain picks up the mic and he says, Paris engine 6171 on scene, we have 400 to 500 acres of rapidly burning vegetation. And then he pauses and he says, roll the world, roll the world. And that wasn't some official code, he just made it up. But the dispatcher knew what he meant. And all of a sudden you hear over the radio, she starts dispatching the stations. Station 1, Station 5, Station 7, Station 8, Station 10, fire. Station 11, Station 12, Station 20, Station 22, Station 23, Station 28, Station 29, fire. Station 30, Station 31, Station 33, Station 34, fire. And then she starts dispatching the engines. Engine 6180, engine 6184, engine 1B, engine 5, engine 5B, engine 5A, engine 7, engine 10, engine 10A, engine 11, engine 12, engine 6182, engine 6181, engine 6179, engine 22, engine 22A, engine 23, engine 28, engine 28B, engine 29, engine 33, engine 33A, engine 34, engine 32, engine 32A, Battalion 6113, Battalion 6114, Battalion 6111, Division 1, respond to the vegetation fire, Highway 79 and Gilman Springs Road. And we fought that fire this day. We were on the side of this hill, and after a while, I could look out and I just saw all these lights and sirens coming to help us. It was strike team after strike team, and a strike team has 5 engines and a battalion chief, and then 5 more engines and a battalion chief. It was like the cavalry coming to rescue us. And man, they just came and rolled the world. And it was amazing to see that. And you know, when I think about it, it's been 19 years almost now. But on September 11th, 2001, when this nation was attacked, that was the message that went out. Roll the world, we need help. In 2005, when Hurricane Katrina hit the Gulf Coast, that was the message that went out. Roll the world, we need help. On May 22nd, 2011, when an F5 tornado took out a third of Joplin, Missouri, this town, that was the message sent out. Roll the world, we need help. And in the spring of 2020, in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic, that is the message that God is sending to his church. Roll the world. I have sent you back home to your family, to your workplace, to members of your community, to serve, to reach out and heal, to heal their souls, to share the good news of the gospel. Roll the world. God is dispatching you. Do you hear him?